Facebook Live, APC edition, Top Job edition. We're here to announce the winners of the 2025 APC Top Job Awards. We love that. It's one of the best things we do all year. I'm Andrew Dwyer, publisher of APC. We've got the APC team here. Kevin Hoffman, our editor-in-chief. Danny Schultz, our marketing manager. And in addition to announcing the top job winners, we've got an APC 100 Yeti to give away because last year was APC's 100th anniversary. All of the winners will be profiled in our May-June issue coming out in early June. Kevin, that's an enormous amount of work. Talk about a labor of love because, again, every winner, all 20 winners get a spread profile documenting their job. Have you recovered from that effort yet, Kevin Hoffman, editor of APC?
Not yet. I've been working on it since January. So I'll probably need a little more time to recover, maybe a trip to the beach. I'll have to ask my boss about that.
You know, people put a ton of work into their jobs. Obviously, they put a ton of work in entering Top Job. Rest assured, everybody, we put just as much work here at APC to judge them, to do the write-ups, and then to promote the heck out of those of you who have won. So why do we do Top Job? What is Top Job? We've been doing it since 1999. Zinsser has been our sponsor since year one, back in 1999. They've never stopped being the primary Top Job sponsor, which is awesome. Thank you, Zinsser. And why do we do it? Obviously, we do it because we love painting contractors, and it's just a great way to celebrate the work that you do. It's a great opportunity for the winners to celebrate their crew. It also has enormous marketing. You're able to leverage the win because you can use the win to get even more work. So there's so much upside. Kevin, talk to us a little bit about what makes a good entry, because I think people sometimes, contractors, underestimate the importance of the entry. They think the job itself, however it is presented, will be sufficient to convey how great it was. But what makes a good Top Job entry?
Well, first, I just want to say that if you entered the awards this year and you don't see your job among the winners, please don't be discouraged. This has been a very intense judging season. We got a lot of entries and a lot of great entries. And so we had to make some very, very difficult choices. Had some long nights of arguing with Andrew, but we ultimately had to narrow it down to 20. In terms of what made those stand out, it's because they had great pictures, great before pictures and great after pictures to really show the extent of the work that they did. Another really key part is the write-up. You need to do yourself a favor and actually write up everything you did. It may sound like bragging, but you're the only one who knows about it. And so you need to be your best advocate. Last, I'll say if it's a particularly unusual job or if there's a charitable element to it that helps your local community, we do take that into account as well. But yeah, whether it's huge jobs or small one or two craftspeople operations, we saw some amazing winners this year, and we're really excited to share it with you.
Yeah, and Kevin makes stellar points that I think it's easy to think that, the biggest jobs win Top Jobs, and that is just absolutely not true. Certainly some of the winners are very impressive, huge jobs, but that's not the hallmark of a Top Job. So you'll see when we go through the winners, there's lots of different ways to be a Top Job. But yes, when you enter, include lots of photos, include shots of your smiling crew, show the work being done. And then when you describe it, like Kevin said, go into detail. You're speaking to fellow painting contractors. We all want to hear the details. So all that said, let's get to the show. Let's see who won. Kevin, Danny, whoever is at the controls of the show, let's get it started.
All right, Danny, go ahead and pop up that slideshow and I'll introduce it. So here we go. Top Job 2025, drum roll. Our first winner is Roy Miller, Beverly Hills, California, for a stunning staircase that required Rolex precision.
Dude, this was painting a high gloss finish on a 3-story spiral staircase in the Rolex store on Rodeo Drive. Are you kidding me? Awesome job.
Next one. AI Painting Plus from Columbia, Missouri. Meticulous prep brings a dream house to life.
You know, we go from Rodeo Drive to good old suburbia in Columbia, Missouri, and this shows that there are many different ways to win a top job. And man, what AI Painting did here, working with the homeowner, really going the extra mile to help them understand or envision the color choices. You got to read Kevin's write-up. It's fascinating work.
Thanks. And then now our next winner. Attention to Detail of Ipswich, Massachusetts, reviving the Underground Railroad.
It's funny that the name of the company is Attention to Detail, because that's exactly what this was. They painted a museum, a historic building. And of course, when you do that, all eyes, everything you do is being watched. It's they had to work with a preservationist, or I should say they got to work with a preservationist. So it's not just, hey, clock in and let's hammer this out. So much attention to detail.
Literally. All right, who's our next winner? Lamb Painting of Deadwood, South Dakota, creating a historic saloon from scratch.
Man, I want this bar that they painted, this liquor lounge. I want this to be my man cave, or I wish I lived in South Dakota. You don't hear that very often, but yes, if you lived in South Dakota, you could visit this liquor lounge that Lamb Painting painted. Fabulous stuff.
Okay, what do we got next, Danny? Lazenby's Decorative Art Studio of Birmingham, Alabama, for restoring a Wurlitzer organ from the silent film age.
Dude, Lazenby's, baby. Lavish, extensive, decorative work. Like you said, a Wurlitzer organ. You got to look at the May June issue and check out these photos. Just cool work.
Okay, what else we got, Danny? McFarland Painting of Livonia, Michigan, for Skeletons Come to Life in Dayglow mural.
Another great bar. I tell you, these painting contractors doing great work in bars. Epic murals, fluorescent paints in a funky bar. Fun work.
I'm hungry for tacos. What do we got next, Danny? Bellillusions, a new take on old growth out of Columbus, Ohio.
Old growth, get it? This decorative job. Again, you got to look at the photos. They created this enormous. You can see it there on screen. This enormous woodcut, and just to watch the process and how it unfolded and how they did it. Lovely, beautiful work.
Awesome. And our next winner is Brick City Painting and Drywall, Patterson, New Jersey, for restoring a church just in time for the holidays.
Okay, it's hard enough to paint a church, but when they're like, okay, deadline's Christmas, the biggest day of the year for the church. I mean, that's some really high-end pressure, literally and figuratively. So way to go, Brick City.
Okay, let's see what this next job is. Cherry Coatings, Arlington, Texas, standing up a massive hotel and convention center.
Yeah, it does. Look, top jobs don't have to be massive, but oh my God, this job was massive. Huge convention center. It seemingly never ended. Way to go, Cherry.
Yeah, probably the biggest one we saw this year. Job well done. All right, what do we got next, Danny? Easton Painting, Woodland, California, restoring an 1884 Victorian for expectant parents.
Love this job. There's no straight lines in a 150-year-old house. It takes a craftsman to do this. Easton Painting, tremendous work. Really, again, craftsman work, making the surface prep, doing all this for a family with a newborn coming. Just fun story.
And you'll be part of childhood memories forever. All right, Danny, what do we have next? All right, we got another church. Ecclesiastical Studios and Sons, Burlington, Kansas, bringing beauty back to the Catholic Church.
Bringing beauty back to the Catholic Church. Two churches among this year's top jobs. Look, enormous scaffolding, exacting detail. There's plaster work. There's woodwork. Great job, Ecclesiastical.
All right. Do we got a non-church?
We do.
Gibson Pro Painting. Restoring this museum took a tough team in Pensacola, Florida.
Again, if you're painting a museum, nothing goes unnoticed. And they're in Florida having to deal with all the weather issues under a microscope. Check out the Gibson job. Fun stuff.
Looks like a great place to visit. Danny, what do we have next? H&H Painting, creating an HQ for Feeding America in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah. I don't want to say huge commercial job, but certainly a big commercial job, transforming both office space and warehouse space, wide variety of surfaces and coatings and needs and surface prep. Great job, H&H.
Yeah, and bonus points for helping your local community. We love to see it. Don't forget, paying it forward. All right, Danny, what do we got? All right, Blountville, Tennessee, it's J. Ross. And this one's special. J. Ross Painting and Drywall cruising into Victory Lane at Bristol.
They painted Bristol Motor Speedway, but they had to do it overnight between races, back-to-back days. So they had a race. They had to paint the safety apron, which of course racing is rubbing, man. And there was a lot of rubber rubbing off on that apron. And J. Ross had to come in between races overnight and paint the apron. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, you talk about a job that has to stand up to some tough treatment, and it doesn't get worse than that. But really cool to see. Our next winner, PPD Painting, a quick turnaround for a mural seen by millions in Chicago, Illinois.
Again, just really unique. They only had 10 hours to paint a mural on a street for the Chicago Thanksgiving Day Parade. Really unusual stuff. Fortunately, it did not rain, and thus it did not wash away.
Some of you may have even seen this top job on TV, depending on your media market. All right, Danny, what do we have? Adix, proving you're never too old to be a craftsman, out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, again, it's top job is about great jobs, not huge jobs. This is thorough, comprehensive, tons of surface prep, beautiful transformation, just really great craftsmanship. Comes down to what it's all about. Adix, baby.
Yeah, this textbook, every single different part of the craft gets employed with Adix. So very impressive. Danny, what do we have? Renew Painting of the Carolinas, restoring a generational home in Moore, South Carolina.
Yeah, kind of similar to the Adix job. Very thorough, comprehensive, just sort of an extensive, sprawling renovation of a beautiful home. And this is what homeowners dream of. Like, we've got this beautiful house that is in desperate need of repair. Call the painting contractor. They can do a professional job, and that is what Renew did.
Something about looking at this picture just brings me comfort. It's
Yes.
calming, that color and that use of space. I like it. All right, we're running toward the end here, Danny. Who do we have? White House, residential and commercial painting, bringing back a century-old public school in Anchorage, Kentucky.
Just a beautiful. Remember when school buildings were just gorgeous? I'm not trying to hate on schools, on new schools, but man, they used to be gorgeous, beautiful buildings, and that's what this was. And thanks to White House, it's what it is again. Tons of architectural detail. Really just a fun, sweeping job by White House.
Whole generations of kids will be appreciating this work for many, many years. So a big audience of our future thinkers and leaders. Danny, is that the last one? Oh, no. Wait, there's more. All right. Patterson, New Jersey, Alpine Painting and Sandblasting Contractors, revitalizing the Thunderbolt on Coney Island.
Look at that photo. Are you kidding me? They painted a roller coaster on Coney Island. It's just the greatest. Not surprising. It's our cover photo for the May-June issue. Again, read Kevin's write-up. Alpine did a great job on their entry. They gave Kevin a lot to work with. It's fascinating to read about this job. Painting, a roller coaster on Coney Island.
And this might be the first Top Job winner that you can actually ride.
Maybe so.
So if you're ever visiting Manhattan, stop by and see Alpine's hard work.
Did we miss one? If we go back to PPD painting, sorry to throw a curveball in the middle of a Facebook Live, but let's double back to PPD. What's before that? Boom.
Oh, almost missed that one. Sorry, guys. Last but not least, Bozeman, Montana. Look at this unforgiving territory. National Coatings painting at 11,000 feet at Big Sky Resort. Just
awesome. Again, you don't have to have an amazing job site to win, but God, it's nice. And so they're painting basically this. I mean, it's a tram station. Think of the ski lift at above tree line at a ski resort in Montana. It looks post-apocalyptic, but it's not. It's a painting contractor doing great work. So it's another job that you have to see to believe. The May-June issue. Make sure you get your hands on it.
And as Andrew can attest, working at altitude is its own challenge.
That's right. You better bring your oxygen. I wonder if they had Sherpas to bring some stuff up there. I don't know. Maybe they did.
I don't know if any painting companies are hiring Sherpas yet, but National will be the first one that does it.
So those are the 20 winners. Just a really fun stuff. It's kind of sad in a way to blow through them as fast as we do, as much as we did, but that's why you need to go read the May-June issue, and we'll talk a bit about that more soon. But we've talked a bit about how much work goes into judging the entries and then how much work goes into writing them all up. But the work doesn't stop because, hey, we're professional storytellers at APC. Nobody markets better than us. Even some of the best painting contractors. I'd put APC up there with the best of them. We're a marketing machine. Danny Schultz, marketing manager of APC. What is next for some of these? What does the APC marketing machine have in store for these winners?
Yes, we want to thank everyone for coming to the live. This has been so much fun. This has been the first one we've ever done for Top Job, and I think it's been absolutely wonderful. If you've seen my eyes going on different places throughout the live, I've been looking at the multiple chats of all of you. So absolutely great job to all of our winners. But now comes the fun part. Now that we've announced the winners, now is the promotional part. So over the next 2 weeks, you can expect on all of our social media platforms, the one you're watching on, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, we are going to be posting all of the winners' individual stories and write-ups, showcasing all of the photos that they have included in their entry. We're going to do 2 winners a day, so make sure you read the full articles on our website. We will be blasting them all over social media, and make sure to just congratulate the winners as well. A lot of work went into this, and as you will see from reading Kevin's write-ups, the photos in the covers that we just showed do not do the job's justice. There is absolutely some phenomenal photos. So we are very excited to be doing the marketing for the next 2 weeks. So that is what you can expect. That is it from me. We did say at the very beginning of this live, we have been promoting it, that we are going to be giving away an APC 100 Yeti mug and APC 100 coaster to a lucky one of you. And we will be giving that away to, I just had his name here. One moment. We have Stephen Holden. Stephen Holden, I will get your contact details after this live. I will message you directly on how we can get you the Yeti mug and coaster as well. So yes, make sure you stay tuned. We are excited to show all of these winners.
Thank you, Danny. Congratulations, Stephen. Again, if you're new to Top Job, if you've entered before, maybe didn't win, and then you called it quits, I encourage you to stay with it because, look, you love what you do. We love what you do. There's really been a sort of a renaissance, I would say, among the trades and certainly in the painting industry over the last several years, where there's just more of a desire and an awareness to celebrate culture, to celebrate your crews. It's not just about the work and hammering out a profit. There's more to it. And all those things are connected. And that's the beauty of Top Job, is we help you achieve all of it. We celebrate your great work. We give you the opportunity to leverage your work into more business, to celebrate your crews. Fabulous stuff. So thank you again to Zinsser for helping us do that. Zinsser's been right alongside us for all 26 years of Top Job. Amazing stuff. They're such a fabulous supporter, Zinsser is, of professional painting contractors. And as I've mentioned multiple times, all the winners will be in the May-June issue of American Painting Contractor, our 101st year publishing that magazine. Maybe you only get the e-newsletter. Maybe you only listen to the podcast. Maybe you read the magazine online. It is a free magazine for painting contractors. It's not free to everybody. It's only free to professional painting contractors. It's the only thing out there, the only resource out there. Every single page deals with running a better painting business. Don't miss your opportunity to get this every other month. Go to paintmag.com, subscribe. It's free. Subscribe to the e-newsletter as well. Keep following us on the social channels so you can see all the great work that Danny's doing. Thank you for being a fan of APC, because there's no bigger fan of you than us. Congratulations to the Top Job winners. Keep watching all of our platforms, because we love to celebrate what you do. And thank you for watching this Facebook Live. Have a great day, everybody.